There's literally hundreds of ways to get hurt and injured in the outdoors. That's why it's important that anywhere you go, anytime you're outside, you keep a good first aid kit with you. And you know, there's tons and tons and tons of first aid kits on the market today. You can get them as expensive as you like, or you can get them as cheap as you like. The folks at Surviveware asked me if I would consider doing a review and evaluation of their small first aid kit. Now, I'm sure you've seen a lot of the reviews here on YouTube. These are very good first aid kits. Now, I'm a certified EMT. I'm also a member of our local search and rescue unit. I'm acquainted with first aid kits. I know what makes a good one. I know what makes a bad one. This first aid kit right here is probably one of the most comprehensive first aid kits I've seen for its size anywhere. As I was saying, this first aid kit is from Surviveware. You can go to their website and you can find this first aid kit as well as others that they sell. You can also find this first aid kit at Amazon. First mention I would like to make is the case that this first aid kit comes in. Very convenient size. It's not too big, not too small. It has a zippered pocket on the front. Inside this pocket you will find little Ziploc baggies to carry your personal medication in. The case itself has a real nice loop system. You can attach this to a backpack, you could attach it to a mountain bike handlebars, you could attach it to motorcycle handlebars. It's just a very convenient size, and with these straps you can even connect it to your belt as far as that goes. The kit itself, or the case itself, is ripstop Cordura nylon. Just a very, very robust case that it comes in. It's double zippered, and you open it up, and what you see is a very well stocked first aid kit. Now, I'm not saying that it has a ton of supplies, but you don't need a ton of supplies. What you need in a first aid kit is you need just enough to get you out of a bad situation. You know, I look at a first aid kit as insurance when I'm out in the hills. If I get hurt, and it's just, you know, it's not anything that's going to be life-threatening. If I get hurt and I do not have a band-aid, or I do not have some type of bandage to stop the bleeding or whatever, my trip is ended. I've got to get out of the woods and I've got to get help. Sometimes a first aid kit will get you out of a bad situation really quick and extend your trip. You know, you might not have to come out of the hills if you have the right first aid kit and you have the right bandages you need to dress a wound. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's take a couple of minutes to discuss the contents of this first aid kit. I think you will be very impressed with what they have squeezed into this little first aid kit. It is an excellent, excellent first aid kit that has most anything you need for a bad situation in the outdoors. If you open it up, the first thing you notice is you see all these pockets, and each one of them has a description of what's in the pockets. The very first pocket has your checklist of the items that's in the first aid kit. It has a conforming bandage, it has a pressure bandage, and as you can see on the pocket, you would use that to treat wounds, sprains, snake bites. You go to the next pocket, it's hygiene items. You know, sometimes a cut will stop bleeding, and the only thing it's going to take to keep you from having to leave the woods is to be able to clean it. Well, you have hygiene products here. You have antiseptic towels, you have sting relief. If you get into a hornet's nest or a bee's nest of some type, you've got sting relief. You've got alcohol wipes. You've got anything you need here to take care of light cleaning. You also have a cotton gauze swab and eye pads here. Gauze swab, eye pad. You have wound closures. You have an emergency space blanket, and you also have a triangle bandage for items such for making like slings for your arms, or maybe using it to put a splint on your leg, any number of things. You come to this side, you have your hypoallergenic tape for completing dressings, wound dressings. You have a very nice pair of EMT shears. You have a very nice pair of tweezers. Be excellent for getting thorns out or splinters out if it's big enough, and if it's not big enough, if the thorn or splinter is small, you also have the splinter probes for digging in there and actually digging it out. Something that I see in this kit that I've not seen in many kits at all is a CPR kit. It has everything you need in there to perform safe CPR for yourself and for your patient. This is excellent. This is excellent. You see very few first aid kits that actually has something like this in it. You actually have more band-aids, nice stock of band-aids. You have safety pins. Use that when you're using your triangle bandage to make like an arm sling or something. You have cotton swabs, and you also have a professional grade tourniquet. And let's say it's either yourself or maybe you're helping someone who's injured out in the woods, and there's first aid crews coming in to take you or the patient out. You can hear them, but they can't see or hear you. You got a whistle. This is excellent piece of equipment, and a lot of people don't think about whistles. I mean, you have to have some way of of getting people's attention, and a whistle will do it every time. Folks, like I said, this is a very, very, very good first aid kit. If you think you would be interested in purchasing one of these Surviveware small first aid kits for your gear, go to the website or go to Amazon, and there's also a special code for the Kentucky Woodsman channel. You can use that code and get a discount.